Well, thought I'd check something here. This is the basically what I've done is I've grounded my voltmeter to the chassis, and I'm going to go ahead and hook this to the ground. It's got like 150 millivolts of AC leaking through there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go flip the line cords plug over. This isn't a polarized plug. Okay, so what do we got here? Ooh, that's not good, is it? That's what I thought. Well, now the $60 question is, what does that voltage read at? We're kind of using an almost infinite impedance there. Very interesting. So, even though that radio kind of floats above ground, it's connected with a cap. Now it's possible that that cap is leaking. And it's actually, you can just see the edge of it right there. Well, what to do? That ought to really be replaced. And that's another point. 05 at, I believe it was 4 or 5 or 600 volts. Probably 400 volts. I can't imagine them having too many values. You know, the more values they got, the more complex the radios become, then the people got to remember more things. And, you know, if you're manufacturing things, you're just trying to be quick and mindless. Very interesting. Well, one thing we could do. Could put a little bit of a load across that, make some voltage drop, and see if that really is real. And we'll just, let's get back to the meter here. So this is about, I don't know. That's interesting. Okay. I don't know. That cap might be leaking. Well, it really ought to go bye-bye. Just kind of looking it over here. This is the reason guys just kind of, for lack of a better word, they shotgun all these. Yeah, you just get them out of there. Which is, you know, if you're in a shop and you're repairing things for a living, it might be the expedient thing to do. I was trying to see where that looks like. That's tied to ground right there. I bet I could heat that up and knock that loose. Yeah, here's where your soldering iron will get to do a little work. If you don't have the one that's big enough or hot enough, get enough wattage, it won't phase that ground wire, and you'll be kind of wasting your time. Now, granted, you could just clip it and then do the hooky, the hooky repair. But like I said before, I don't care for that. Yeah, it's entirely possible that this soldering iron is only 100 watts. Well, 135. Downhill with a breeze. We'll see here. I don't know if you can see me or not. Somebody's really wrapped that baby around there. That's okay. It's a good job. Nothing wrong with having a good job. Come on, not loose. Is that wrapped around there again? Okay. You can see how much is wrapped around there, and that thing didn't show. And there's, I don't know, probably 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so let's plug her back in and see if our leakage current went away.
I'm not going to say any more. Guys in the web dev just all dove under their table and they're holding their ears. We're working on some stuff that will.
Yeah, it dropped it quite a bit. So this has actually got something else causing me a little bit of an issue.
And we have proven to ourselves that we're strength in. So there'll be a lot of beta testing before the public sees that baby. The juxtaposition of that would be launching in the Smart Money, Smart Kids book that Rachel and I are launching that comes out April 22nd. Pre-sale has already been launched on it. And we sell books around here for years. We sold 10 million books, so we know how to sell books.
It's interesting as you can hear the difference in the radio.
But it's not a new venture. And so that's not a big problem. We're whole hog into that thing. It's not a big deal. So that's the difference, is depending on your level of history, your level of experience, your level of expertise as to how fast and how hard you run into it. Really, really good question. I like it. And it's been fun hanging out with you guys this week. You're awesome. Thank you. So, speaking of big, cool projects that we're whole hog on, I'm getting ready to announce something right now. No, I'm not. I'm going to wait.
There's a light hum in the background.
Because I'm hearing like little music in the background. And this...
Yeah, pretty tough to hear. Okay, we'll just see what we gotta do to get that baby loose on the other end. That doesn't look like any fun. It's really up against that lug pretty tight. Yeah. Now let's see if I can wiggle her out of there. Oh boy. You know, I think it looks like they may have ran that lead clear through to another terminal, maybe. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Okay. Well, looks like the little clipping is in order. It's kind of hard to see. What they've done is there you go, you can see it. This lead goes through this terminal onto the next terminal. So I can't just unsolder this one and knock it loose. But I can reach down in there and there we go. So we can just hook the new one right there. Okay, so we'll just solder this side back together. Here we go. And we hook that baby back up to ground. Trying to form that lead around that little, they punch a little hole in the chassis there and make a little tab. And we'll just, there we go. So again, that's where the rubber hits the road. Make sure your soldering iron is hot enough. Now, since that's, really want to make sure that's really soldered on there. It looks pretty good. Okay. Okay. Now we'll fire her back up. Throw that lead away. Remember, we had to talk about loose leads. I really don't need a ton of tools to do this, although you can collect quite a few. Yeah, where'd the dial light go? It's down there, Barry.
Because both of us have a wee bit of interest, I'll just tell you that. So Gary Vaynerchuk and I became close friends by his stuff for a long time.
It's scratchy wrong.
For a long, long time. And so I'm sitting there with Gary and talking about it. I said, you know, it's probably impossible because you guys are such big fish, and I'm not a big fish, but I'm a busy fish. And so, you know, getting us all on the same page to do something would probably be impossible. And Gary said, well, if you want to do it, I'm in. All right, friends, well, there's how we should do it. And I went, oh, man. Gary V and Seth Godin on the same day, my face would turn inside out. It'd be unbelievable. I
Okay. So more than likely this cap has been leaking. It's well, see, a lot of times you can't read these. .05 at, I don't see the voltage anywhere on there, but it doesn't mean it isn't there. There it is. Yeah, that's at 200 volts. That's interesting because that other cap we took out of there was at 400 volts. So it kind of flies in the face of my observation. And they're pretty much, well, they might be a different size. No, not much. It's kind of dumb. Okay. It might be to save, you know, they might have figured that the inconvenience and labor might be cheaper than the more expensive part. You know, basically that's double the value. All things to be considered when you're building things. Well, I'm going to put you to bed here for a little bit. Take her easy. Have a good day.